مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hello grade 8 students and welcome back to my first online learning video for week 14, which starts from Sunday the 14th of April. I wish you would take the chance of studying online to work hard for your career in order to enhance your skills of acquiring and learning English so as to enable you to face any potential challenge for your future career. Having said that, I wish you the best of luck. Now it's time to work for our course. So kindly requested to open your student's book page 93, and let's review the objectives of today's lesson. Our lesson today has two main objectives. The first one is to deduce the usage of negative questions after following my PowerPoint presentation correctly. And the second objective for today is to answer 5 questions by making negative questions and using the prompt correctly. Now, it's time. Now, my students, it's time to go through our lesson for today. Our lesson today is devoted to grammar, particularly negative questions. Negative yes-no questions. Like affirmative yes-no questions. Negative yes-no questions begin with a form of verb to be. Verb to be means am, is, or are in the present, or was or were in the past, or an auxiliary verb such as have or has, do, does, or did, will, can, or should. For example, haven't you had lunch yet? We started the question with an auxiliary verb, have. Haven't you had lunch yet? This is a negative question, haven't. Have not. Haven't is the abbreviation of have not. Can't you swim somewhere else? Can't. Cannot. Aren't sharks vegetarians? Aren't, are not. Didn't you see the shark warning sign? Didn't, did not. Now let's give you some further details. My students, the structure of the negative question looks like this. An auxiliary verb plus not plus the subject. Auxiliary verb like verb to be, as I've just mentioned, am, is, are, was, or were, do, does, or did, have, or has. For example, didn't you go to school yesterday? Of course, you know that the answer is yes. The speaker knows the answer quite well, but he would like to make sure. Isn't he married? Haven't you slept yet? Doesn't her father have a job? Now, the auxiliary verbs contain be, do, have, or be, do, did, or have. Now, let's give you some more details about the models, the modal verbs. The modal verbs, the structure of the negative form question can start with the modal verbs. Modal like can, could, will, would, shall, or should. Modal verb. Modal verb plus not plus the subject. Modal verbs like should, can, will, or would. For example, shouldn't you study? Can't you help me? Won't. Won't is the abbreviation of will not. Won't is the abbreviation of will not. Won't they be late? Wouldn't you like to come in? Wouldn't you like to come in? Some more details. Some more. The meaning of the negative question. When we ask a negative question, we often expect the answer to be yes. I have just mentioned, I've told you, we know that speaker knows quite well the answer, but he would like to make sure. He would like to make sure. That's why he is making a negative question. A negative question. For example, don't you have a quiz next week? Don't you have? The answer is yes, we do. The meaning of the negative question, we can use the negative question to express surprise that something hasn't happened. For example, haven't you made dinner yet? The speaker is surprised. Shouldn't you get ready for work? Here, the question expresses a surprise that something has not yet happened. Shouldn't you get ready for work? Haven't you made dinner yet? The speaker is surprised that the dinner has not yet been made. In the second question, shouldn't you get ready for work? The speaker is surprised that the person he is talking to is not ready for work. He should be ready for work. That's why he's asking, shouldn't you get ready for work? Also, the meaning of the negative question can expect the questioner is expecting the listener to agree with him. We can use the negative question when you expect the listener to agree with you. Isn't this vacation fun? Isn't this vacation fun? Isn't this pizza you have ever tasted? Isn't this the best pizza you've ever tasted? Isn't this? So the speaker expects an agreement from the listener. That's why he's asking, isn't this the best pizza you have ever tasted? Isn't this vacation fun? Right? Now, another meaning of the negative question, because the negative question, when you are in doubt or not sure about something, haven't we seen this movie before? Isn't the class finished yet? Is the class finished yet? So the speaker is in doubt. He is not sure whether the class has finished or not. In the first example, the speaker is doubtful whether he has seen that film before or not. Now, the meaning of the negative question can express exclamation. Isn't that cute? Aren't computers great? We can use negative questions in an exclamation way, in an exclamatory way. Exclamation. Look at the exclamation marks. Now, open your student's book page 93, and let's do exercise A. Exercise A, student's book page 93. Read the extract from the first dialogue in lesson 1 and complete it. Then listen again and check your answers. What space you like it? Number 1, what? Yes, what?
Grammar. A.
Now, my students, you have to read the extract in the first dialogue in lesson 1 and complete it. The first time you have to complete it, then listen to check your answer, okay? So it's time. And now it's time to practice using the negative responses, the negative questions. Now read the extract from the first dialogue in lesson 1 and complete it. Then listen again and check your answers. Listen to the audio.
Grammar. A. Read the extract from the first dialogue in lesson 1 and complete it. Then listen again and check your answers. What? Don't you like it?
It's nice. Don't you think colourful sand would look nicer?
Well, I wanted it to be a natural colour.
Right.
Grammar.
Right,
A.
right, my students. Now, number 1, what? Don't you like it? The answer is, don't you like it? It is nice. Yes? Don't you think the colorful sand would look nicer? The answer is, well, I wondered it would be a natural color. Now, it's time to read the extract in the activity A and notice the word in the gaps. Now, listen again.
Read the extract from the first dialogue in Listen 1 and complete it. Then, listen again and check your answers.
What? Don't you like it?
It's nice. Don't you think colourful sand would look nicer?
Well, I wanted it to be a natural colour.
Great. Now my students, now,
Grammar.
now my students, in which case does the speaker, expect the listener to agree? Correct. Yes, in the second case. Now, what about the second question? That's in which case does the speaker express surprise? Correct. In the first statement. The first statement, the speaker expresses a surprise. But in the second one, the speaker expects the listener to agree with him. Okay?
مجمع الأندلس التعليمي، تعلم عصري ملهم بهوية وطنية وقيم إسلامية.